Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's take a look again on the forex markets, in particular on the euro currency. Its performance stands very slow. Actually, market shows some minor bounce up from the lows that have been formed last week, but this bounce, as you can see, not very aggressive, so it's really choppy, and currently brings no signs of the possible rally or some more or less meaningful reversal or pullback at least. So actually market stands too far from the pattern that we have suggested recently. I mean on the hourly chart, the head and shoulders that we discussed. So currently it's too far from the even forms at least half of the pattern. So it's just minor signs that brings by far nothing really important. Also, as we mentioned previously, the overall background around the euro currency performance also stands not really positive. So we'll take a look again on 10-year yield. Once again, market has formed an upward continuation, shows another move up to the 294 this time. So by the daily chart, you can see this performance in recent few sessions to the upside. Interest rates keep rising. And also on the dollar index, we also see the upward continuation. This is weekly chart. On the daily chart, you could see that dollar index actually stand significantly higher at the extreme point that euro is just approaching to. So by this chart, if we'll make some analog to euro stands right here, slightly below the lows that we're discussing. Rather, you can see dollar index is moving significantly higher, but still currently market is getting some relief. You could see some minor pullbacks or hints on the pullbacks on the Japanese yen as well, and a bit deeper retracement on Australian dollar, but everywhere this pullback stands very small and very slow. And with this performance and the massive drop on the gold market, it seems that it's not really inspiring me. So when I see this kind of the background, it puts the big shadow on the bullish perspective on the euro currency, and it could finish with the significant downside action. Although euro currency, as you can see, is trying to stand inside the range of this bar on last week, Friday. So what we could see currently on the 4-hour time frame chart, yes, we have minor divergence here is forming. Market is challenging the previous lows have been formed here, and in general stands in the downside, this consolidation kind of the channel, something that's right. So with the pullback, it's logical to suggest that market could proceed slightly higher, maybe to the upper border of the channel around 10860. And in general, if you take a look at the shape on the hourly chart, you could recognize minor head and shoulders pattern. So this ABCD, we have OP 108.35, slightly above the 30% level, and XOP precisely agrees with the trend line right here, right? So that's probably might be the points where euro could turn down again. It's meantime as market's coming higher, so this probably might be some pullback to one of these targets. Overall price action stands, as I said, a bit choppy, and currently I don't see really great steps for immediate trading. So larger pattern that we have discussed, if it will be formed, this is large head and shoulders. You can see the shoulder might be head. In this case, market has to pass through this resistance and keep going higher somewhere to the 109 area to form the neckline here. And that might be a absolutely different story. In this case, we could consider this larger pattern with a possible deeper retracement. At least it will be interesting, and background will be absolutely clear what we're trading. where we should enter and what we will keep an eye on. But this action, right, we see right on the bottom, well, currently looks too weak and not reliable, actually. So for taking the long position, of course, you could consider maybe this head and shoulders or something of that sort. But, well, it's too small scale, and for me personally, it's interesting what will happen around the XOP of this pattern, and that might be the potential area for taking the short position. And if we still would like to speak about the bullish context, I would consider something more valuable, this kind of pattern, as I said. That will be at least something, because, guys, this is just hourly chart, so this is not the daily, this is not the 4-hour time frame chart even. The hourly chart, although it looks really big, but in fact it's not really very significant pattern. So that will be at least something that we could consider, and especially with the situation on the interest rates and on the dollar index. All this stands not very supportive for upside performance on the euro currency, and for me this bullish context that we have currently in this possible upper direction looks not very reliable. Besides, on the daily chart, guys, also market is coming to the MACD predictor line, and appearing of the bearish grabber here might be a really decisive moment within a couple of sessions probably. So that's in short speaking situation that we have on euro.